The Justice Department has released some previously unseen Jeffrey Epstein files that include allegations against President Donald Trump.
The documents include summaries of FBI.
But at any rate, at one point after Trump had been elected,
we covered the whole incident of Jeffrey Epstein and also all the allegations against Donald Trump. Whatever Epstein did in jail and was really a suicide or something else. See this report.
The Justice Department has released some previously unseen Jeffrey Epstein files that include allegations against President Donald Trump.
The documents include summaries of FBI interviews from 2019 with a woman who accused the president and Epstein of sexual assault. It is unclear whether the FBI considered those allegations credible. The DOJ says the files were not previously released because they were incorrectly marked as duplicates. President Trump has consistently denied any wrongdoing.
NBC News senior justice reporter Ryan Riley joins us now. Ryan, to start, take us through these newly released files and what is the White House saying?
Yeah, there's a couple reasons that, you have to have a lot of caution about these documents in particular. Obviously, there are a lot of these very credible allegations against Epstein that resulted in that conviction, as well as Ghislaine Maxwell, who was also involved in this. But, this came, these allegations were made to the FBI. They were treated slightly differently than other allegations that were made.
But at any rate, at one point after Trump had been elected, I was sitting talking to Epstein, and he said, "Wait a minute, I got to show you something." And then he went into his safe, and he came out with photographs. They were Polaroids, I think, and he kind of spread them out like playing cards, and it was Trump. I think there were a dozen of them, and it was Trump with girls of an uncertain age at Epstein's Palm Beach house, where all of the things that he would ultimately be accused of took place. And I remember very vividly three of them. There are two in which Trump is, the girls, topless girls, are sitting on Trump's lap. And then a third in which he has a stain on the front of his pants, and the girls are kind of pointing at it, sort of bent over, laughing, covering
their mouths.
Yeah, exactly, and pointing. Three or four girls, and those are the ones I specifically remember. And my assumption is that they were in the safe, and I have seen them on other occasions take them out of the safe, and I think it's certainly not unlikely that they were in the safe when the FBI came in after his arrest and took everything from the house, including everything.
Whatever Epstein's death in jail was really a suicide or something else. In simple words, the story starts with the U.S. Justice Department releases new Epstein files. These files including claim from a woman who accused Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein of sexual abuse. However, it is still unclear whether the FBI believed those allegations were true or not. After that, the main focus of this video shift to Epstein's death. The video says the government officially called Epstein's death a suicide, but the newly released Epstein files and videos are raising many serious questions. Some important points are: Epstein claimed before his death that his cellmate tried to kill him. I repeat one more again. Epstein claimed before his death that his cellmate tried to kill him. A rope-like object was also found around his neck. He was placed on suicide watch, but it was removed only days before his death. Jail guards failed to follow several important rules. Many CCTV cameras were not working. The most important video footage outside his cell was missing. Then the one more thing I tell you that According to the new files, a video showed an orange flash near Epstein's cell. This may have been a imitate because prisoners wore orange uniform, but later the DOJ reports described that figures as an officer in street. One more question rises here: did the government hide the truth? But the biggest attention around these new files is not only about the allegations. The main focus is now how the mysterious death of Jeffrey Epstein inside the federal jail. And one more, see this clip.
Last night, Donald Trump had threatened to sue me. Again, I think this is the third or possibly fourth time the President of the United States has threatened to sue me. Apparently, he was asked about his reaction to the 3 million pages of Epstein files that had been released. And his response was that, well, he was going to sue Wolf, a writer, because I had conspired with Epstein to frame him, I think was his point. And yes, I tried to encourage Jeffrey Epstein in any way I knew how to come forward with what he knew about Donald Trump. And actually, Epstein had started to do that. In my book, Siege, Epstein talks about his breakup with Donald Trump over a piece of real estate in Palm Beach. Now, 3 weeks after that book was published, Epstein was arrested by Donald Trump's Justice Department.
Were never recorded. After Epstein's death, the government officially ruled the death as suicide. Former Attorney General Bill Barr later said he reviewed the available footages and believed nobody entered in Epstein's cell that night. However, the new transparency files are raising fresh doubts. One major detail involved in a bloody orange figure seen near Epstein's cell in one of the surviving video clips. The FBI original notes reportedly described it as a possible immediate because prisoners wore orange uniform, but later government reports changed that description, suggested it may have been a correction officer instead. Criticized say that change is suspicious and may implicate that important information were hidden or minimized. At the end, we argue that the government may have mishandled the case and possibly concealed important details from the public. In the end, it calls for a full independent investigation to uncover the complete truth behind Jeffrey Epstein's death. I hope so you understand what I'm talking about in this video, and if you like, please like this video and also subscribe over Daily Nation News channel. Thanks for watching.